Minority Leader Calvin Morris. During his contribution to budget debate in the Tobago House of Assembly on Thursday, Mr. Morris said the Chief Secretary withheld the alarming data in his budget delivery.
Tobago's economy declined by 2%. Construction and quarrying declined by a mammoth 34.7%. Finance and real estate declined by 5.1%. And the agricultural sector declined by 9.5%, whilst the manufacturing sector declined by an alarming 16.2%. Deputy Presiding Officer, the Chief Secretary in his delivery of the budget presentation on Monday refused and or neglected to present the data I just mentioned above.
Mr. Morris described Monday's budget presentation as a fairy tale, as he noted the THA had additional resources to care for Tobago's economy.
More alarming is that this administration had an increase in allocation of over $300 million in fiscal 2021. This, as far as I can recall, has been the highest allocation of any Tobago House of Assembly administration. Yet, on the watch of this Chief Secretary and Secretary of Finance, we had declining.
The minority leader also accused the THA administration of political victimization and the abandonment of several projects on the island. Mr. Morris said instead of fighting for Tobago, the executive has been fighting against Tobagonians. In other news, Republic Bank Limited recorded a 350% increase in acceptance of its e-commerce solution and a 94% increase in sign-ups for corporate online banking solutions to date. Vice President of the bank, Richard Sami, attributed the uptick to businesses and individuals navigating around lockdown measures and restrictions, with digital preferences continuing into the post-pandemic period. He called attention to what he believes are the 5 essential components of digital transformation: people, competition, data, innovation, and value.
Any organizational transformation must first be accepted and then driven by people. Right mindsets, skills, knowledge, and dedication are critical factors for success.
Minister of Digital Transformation Hassel Bacchus noted that the rollout of e-services to citizens and businesses must be a key objective of the digitalization efforts that are ongoing across government. But he emphasized that e-services will not replace the more traditional in-person channels of service delivery.
Our citizens are varying degrees of digital readiness. Citizens, in this case, a lot of them are your customers, at various degrees of digital readiness. And so the approach that we've taken to service delivery is to leverage technology to offer our citizens choice. We're not forcing them to accept unfamiliar and new solutions, which in some cases they simply don't trust.
Both men were speaking at the launch of the 5th edition of AmCham TNT's Tech Hub Island Summit. This year's theme is Catapult. The conference aims to focus on learning from the strides, accomplishments, and failures of others and ways to propel our current digital transformation agenda forward. Switching to sports, we begin in El Salvador, where Trinidad and Tobago's athletes continue to excel at the 2023 CAC Games. In the pool, Dylan Carter completed the set when he added a silver medal to his personal tally in the men's 50-meter backstroke in 25.55 seconds. Nikolai Blackman won silver in the men's 200-meter freestyle in 1 minute 50.41 seconds. His second podium at the Games between Mexico's Iger George and Hector Ruvalcaba. Carter and and Blackman were second and third in Heat 5 of the men's 50-meter freestyle in 22.69 and 22.78 respectively. And on the track, TTO's Nicholas Paul, Zion Pulido and Kwesi Brong won bronze in the men's team sprint, beating Cuba in 1 minute, 1.635 seconds. On Thursday, Brong and Paul qualified 1 and 2 in the men's sprint, Paul in 99.76, Brong in 10.216 seconds. And that was the latest news to the hour. I am Roxanne Suraj. Good morning, everyone.
TTT News, delivering more news more often to more people. Follow us on social media at TTT Live Online. Log on to www.ttt.live. We are going beyond the headlines, asking the questions you want answered. Joining us this week is His Excellency Ambassador Dennis Francis, President-elect of the United Nations General Assembly. Join us this Sunday at 7 p.m. on TTT, TTT Live Online, and Talk City 91.1 FM. We are delving deeper. It's finally here, the most anticipated time of the year. Sweet 100's Christmas in July. Stay tuned to social media at Sweet 100.1 FM or sweet100fm.com for more details.
You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center, where it is safe, it is affordable.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center and see for yourself and experience for yourself what I have experienced. The life I now live is a lot healthier and more fulfilling. These products have actually given me a sense of a future, and very, very important.
Good morning to you, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much for choosing us here on the Now Morning Show.
We get you up in the morning, now.
This music got me jumping, music got me whining. Don't let nothing but you. Put your hands in the air, everybody.
Lift your spirits, sharing good news, now. Dealing with current affairs now.
But I have to ask this question. You yourself just mentioned that these resources are depleting. They don't come back out again. Are there any conversations that's going to be happening in terms of diversifying the economy?
Giving you a voice now. The Now Morning Show, Mondays to Fridays, 6 to 8 a.m. only on TTT. With Rokas, Kimberly, Ainka, and Natasha. Making a difference today, now.
Just about 9 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock on this Friday morning. Welcome to the Now Morning Show. And we would have opened the show this morning with March Blackman's Be, as we are all beings and we're all existing on this plane on this Friday morning. We're broadcasting from 11A Marval Road in Port of Spain, and so we're sending you a great Friday morning and hoping that your weekend is equally as beautiful. My name is Kimberly D'Souza, and of course joining me this morning is Natasha Lake. Natasha, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm thankful for life. I love the fact However, you said, you know, we're all beings, we're here on this plane, and that's something we need to keep in mind when we are interacting with one another as well. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. It's finally Friday, or Friday, as our producer would say. But a lot has happened over the week.
Yeah. Tell us.
Well, one of the things that we've been looking at, and we covered it yesterday, would have been, we're going to start off on a good note, I think a positive note, with Gothia, who are going to Sweden.
Yes.
And they had a fantastic conversation with us, and one of the things that we are trying to push now as well, as a team, as a community, is to ensure that they can raise some funds. So I know we're going to be touching on that a little bit later as well. But I know you also have some good news for us as well.
Well, I don't, I wonder if it's good news. I don't have some good news, but I have some updates in terms of the Mocha story, because I am following it very closely. And I know that Tutor would have responded. And of course, they are, you know, coming out against Mocha, saying that they should not have chastised the students, you know, with the hairstyle. I think, and one of the things I usually say as well is platform. Was that the right platform to address something like that while students were graduating, while they were supposed to be celebrating something so important, a milestone even in their lives? And so I know Tutor has been vehemently coming against the school for doing something like that. Tutor is saying that the need for uniforms in school, there is a need for uniforms in school, and they understand that, but however, they need to caution administrators and educators about school rules, and then it cannot supersede the constitution of the country. And so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that, because I think, as we had mentioned yesterday, it's not just Mocha, but it's so many other prestige schools. And I know one of my colleagues was also saying, I think it's something in schools across the country, but not all schools uphold the rules.
That's it.
So is it that we need to uphold the rules? Is it that we need to change the rules? I mean, yes, definitely. But these things are going to keep coming up because we're not dealing with a lot of the root issues. So we look to see how it goes with that.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's such a definitive moment in their lives. And to go through that, then it's going to inflict some sorts of trauma on top of trauma that is already there. Let's be real about it. I also saw a lot of people speaking out on social media. I even saw some former students speaking out as well, also sharing some of their experiences. So it's definitely time that we revisit the conversation. But as you rightly said, and as the minister rightly said, you know, it's something that reviews with policy over time.
Yeah, exactly. So we look forward to see what's going to happen with that. Just an update as well. I know that NGC yesterday said that it expanded its upstream portfolio with the acquisition of shareholdings in Heritage Petroleum Company. And so the acquisition will deepen the presence and participation along the local natural gas value chain. And they're saying that the purchase agreement in July is actually in the interest of the offshore blocks and also on Block 9, which are Trinidad's North Coast Marine area. And so we're seeing more development as it relates to the country's natural gas. Remember, we also recently signed, or we're in discussions with PDVSA in Venezuela as well, to see how we can also get natural gas from that country as well. So we're seeing a lot of the boosting of our fossil fuels here locally. So we keep an eye on that development as well.
And you know that's something we love to hear, right? When you start to hear those sort of developments and you say, we're investigating, that means great things for Trinidad and Tobago and for the region as well. So, well, Kimberly, earlier we just spoke very briefly about the Gothia Cup that's taking place in Sweden. And we spoke with them yesterday, of course. And guess what? You can also help Hoofa get to the Cup in Sweden. Just need 12 more tickets. All right, their account number for FCB is 248-1986. And you can give them a call at 374-4518 or 666-7513. Definitely something that we can all be invested in, because if it's one thing that we are seeing right now is an incredible surge in sports for Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, we've had some bumps over the past week, to say the least, but we can support. It's just 12 airline tickets that they need for the Gothia Cup. It is one of the largest youth tournaments in the world. It's the first time they're participating from Trinidad and Tobago, and we saw some other firsts as well. Of course, we had the wonderful young basketballer who was a graduation, so we weren't able to interview him. But we are going to be able to, of course, at some point in time. Tell me. All right, so just to repeat the bank account number for you in case you missed it, it is 248-1986 FCB. It's at the bottom of your screen. Let's be a part of the team to support, because this is also our next generation. Imagine in a few years, you're going to look up at your TV screen, whatever football game you watch, and you're going to be like, hey, that's a Trini, and that's what we are capable of. And this is the start.
Of course. And staying on this sports conversation, let me also just mention that, remember, our Trinidad and Tobago senior men's team, they are playing USA in the final Group A match on Sunday. Unfortunately, they would have fallen 4-1 to Jamaica earlier this week. But of course, that would have been on a high after they would have conquered, I believe, one of the other islands earlier. So we have a win, we have a defeat, and so we're going into this final match in the Group A stage, hoping for another win as well. So that match is taking place this Sunday. Boys, we're sending you all the good luck, all the positive energy in the world, because we really want you to, qualify for that CONCACAF Gold Cup. So we're looking to see what's going on with that. But Tash, today on the show, we have so many things that's happening. I know that we're having a good conversation this morning, and I just want to talk about the name of the production, The Prophet and the Prostitute.
So listen, of course, as soon as I saw that production, the name in particular, I was like, what's this about?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to finding out. I feel like it's going to be something motivational.
It was going to be something motivational, but it's also biblical in nature. And I think that's what I hope that's what they take away from it. And so we're going to be joined by, I believe, the owner of I Am Productions, which of course is a Christian production company. And so he's going to tell us about that new play, Prophet and Prostitute, that's coming up in July at Napa. So we're looking forward to that conversation this morning.
And we're also looking forward to a conversation about some great stuff happening. Well, one great thing happening at the Little Theatre, and it's happening on Sunday, the 2nd of July. It's called Influx, the Meeting of Waters. Some are going to be with us this morning. There's some amazing musicians to give us a bit more. You need to stay tuned. Just pay attention, because there may be some tickets on the table for you. We have giveaways, huh?
We have giveaways, but you know what I'm looking for? Food! Because Chef Simone is back. Meraki Catering is going to be joining us again this morning, and so she's going to be bringing in some lovely treats, as she usually do. So we're looking forward to that conversation with Chef. She hasn't been here in a while, and I think she owes us an explanation. Chef, if you're on your way and you're watching this, we want to know why you haven't been with us for the past few Fridays. But I've been scoping out her Instagram books. I know she's been doing other things outside as well. So I know she'll be having an update for us on that. So good morning, Chef Simone, wherever you are. We're looking forward to welcome you this morning.
We also need to say a special good morning to Rokas, because I know right now our Facebook is going insane.
Right.
Rokas is going to be joining us just a little bit later on the show today. Do not worry, Remy Clan fans. He is going to be here very soon. And also in the conversation coming up soon, I think probably in our second hour, we're going to be talking about the Prison Inmates Art Exhibition. Very excited for this conversation. We see some incredible talent come out of the establishment consistently, from Kaizo, Calypso musicians, artists, and so much more. So really looking forward to getting a bit more in-depth in the conversation and learning exactly what drives them, and also where you may be able to observe what's going on as well.
And as usual, we always end the show with a performance, and so I'm hoping that we can get that performance as well. I know somebody who's joining us who is no stranger to the Now Morning Show. I know she's going to be joining us this evening, well, later on in the show, to tell us about something. And Tash, as you mentioned, I think that people can call in to get tickets for that show as well. So it's going to be a great Friday. We're going to be giving away tickets. We're going to be tasting and sampling. We're going to start off the show, of course, with that Christian production, and it's going to be a fantastic show. Remember, we're here until 8 a.m. this morning for Friday's edition of the Now Morning Show.
And listen, as you say, Friday's edition of the Now Morning Show, it's our final day to be on set with these incredible pieces by Natasha Gill. It has been wonderful to come on set every morning and just feel the energy out of such in-depth and creative paintings. This is Tiny Dancer. Look at that. You know, yesterday when we were talking about it, we mentioned, you know, this is the dancer who say, all right, that's enough, we're done for the day, right? And you can see the peace and the grace which she brings out so beautifully with her brush strokes. And we also have some lovely other images on set this morning, Kimberly.
I love jamming. This is jamming. I'll never forget the name of this one. We jamming, of course. And big up to Natasha Gill. And whenever I see this painting, I also always mention her solo exhibition that she's also doing, that is very, very based on empowering women and showing their different facets and that sort of thing. So Natasha, good morning. I love this piece, jamming. Whatever this woman is going through, she's just having a fantastic time, and we're seeing all the elements come out in this piece. Of course, Natasha being a portrait artist, but also dabbling in oil painting on canvas. And this is Ravi.
Listen, Ravi triggered some of us yesterday. Ravi brought back those days of childhood where you may just sneak off and do something you're not supposed to do. And definitely from this image, as you would have mentioned yesterday, Kimberly, you can see he jumped in our water and he was like,
mischievous.
all right.
That is a mischievous grin.
But I love the detailing, specifically look around the mouth and the eyes as well, telling so many stories, and the perfect brushstrokes of perfection, showing off that twinkle and depicting memories for many, and I guess for many as well, that which they are going to experience as a child.
Yeah, because tomorrow is July. Java is upon us. Java is upon us. School is closing. Is it closing today? I have to confirm.
Yeah, school is closing today.
So next week. So one more week is going to be, and then we're going to be ushering, of course, you know, how they are going into Java, and the children are going to be out and about. But remember, if you want to get in on the conversation, if you want to join us this morning, maybe we have a little time to take maybe a few birthday greetings, you can, because you can reach out to us. You can send all your information to Get On Now. That's TO2 Get On Now at ttt.co.tt. Remember, you can also give us a call at 622-4010. And listen, we have giveaways throughout the entire show, so you are going to want to remember that number, 622-4010. Remember, you can also reach us on our social media. Our handles are Now Morning Show and TTT Live Online. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. And remember, we are also streaming on YouTube and also on our website at ttt.live. So this is going to be a fantastic morning. As I mentioned, we have giveaways, we have the last day with the art pieces, we have some interesting conversation. And so this is how we are going to leave you until we come back with another segment.
Until we come back with another segment. And guess what? Don't worry. Never fear. Raucous is here. So we'll be back in a few moments. Get your coffee, perhaps get your tea, take us on the road, and let's get our last edition for the week going.
Remy Clan, good morning. They're going crazy now.
Yeah.
At TTT, our journalists are on the ground, seeking the facts and reporting on the people, events, and issues that affect your life. We have Trinidad and Tobago covered. From Cedarus to Charlottesville, Crown Point to Moruga, our news reaches further on any smart device. TTT News, first at 6:30 p.m. Follow us on social media at TTT Live Online. And for the latest updates, log on to www.ttt.live. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant. TTT News, nightly at 6:30.
The countdown is on for the first Citizens National Poetry Slam final. 15 of the nation's best poets will face off in a lyrical showdown for a chance to become the 2023 Grand Slam champion and take home the cash prize of $50,000 courtesy First Citizens. Sunday, 2nd July at 8 p.m. right here on TTT. Be sure to tune in for the broadcast. The First Citizens National Poetry Slam, powered by NGC Bogus Litfest, TTT, and sponsored by First Citizens. We put you first.
We are going beyond the headlines, asking the questions you want answered. Joining us this week is His Excellency Ambassador Dennis Francis, President-elect of the United Nations General Assembly. Join us this Sunday at 7 p.m. on TTT, TTT Live Online, and Talk City 91.1 FM. We are delving deeper.
Did you tell your hubby about it, first of all?
I did.
When you were telling him, did you think that he was going to think differently of you or less of you?
I thought exactly that.
In case you've missed it, it's an encore of Nicole Larson Live. Relive some of the riveting experiences of everyday people who candidly shared with me their stories, life challenges, stories of hope, and eventual victories.
Because he is not like man, because he is the God. It is a promise that we can hold on to.
The report came back that she had two properly...
Eric, behave yourself, no man.
Two properly working kidneys.
An encore of Nicole Larson Live, living in victory every day. Coming soon to TTT.
TTT News, online and fully interactive. Follow us on social media at TTT Live Online.
They are having a play that's coming up on July 22nd, and it's happening at Napa, and it's actually labeled The Prophet and the Prostitute. And so this morning, I am joined by founder of Iron Productions, Mr. Earl Bago, and one of the directors at the company, his lovely wife, Mrs. Natalie James Bago. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I love when I see a husband and wife team. I'm wondering how you do that, how you balance work and also your private life. And so I'm hoping to get into that a bit later. But for now, I'm coming to you first, Earl, because I'm just wondering about I Am Productions. Tell us about the company.
Okay, well, I Am Productions began in the year 2001 when I had a spiritual experience on my way to work one morning. Now, I never went to theater, I never did theater arts, and one morning while singing and praising in my vehicle, everything opened up in front of my eyes, and I heard this voice speaking to me, and I saw a story playing out in front of my mind. And that voice told me, pull to the side of the road and write down everything that you were hearing. And when I finished, I had my first 20-page script. I produced that script in the year 2002, and over 1,000 people turned out to see that.
Was it this play that we're going to see, or something else?
That was something else.
That was something else. What was the name of that one?
That was The Family.
The Family. And just tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it all had to do with the challenges that family face with each other, you know, the disagreements and how to resolve those disagreements. But most importantly, it spoke about the importance of prayer. Yes. In the family, and how God is able to come in and help you deal with the situations that you face on a daily basis.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this particular production, The Prophet and the Prostitute. Tell us the inspiration behind that one as well, and is it related to any sort of stories you would have seen in the Bible?
Well, it is related. Yeah. In the book of Hosea, it says that this faithful Old Testament prophet named Hosea was told by God to marry the prostitute Gomer. And God used that marriage as an example to draw the people of Israel back to himself, who had gone away from him. So God spoke to his people about this undying love, this love that he had for them. And in spite of what they did, he was still willing to draw them back to himself. And so this was part of the inspiration for The Prophet and the Prostitute. The other part of it had to do with an experience I had with a homosexual who had spoken to me of his pain and what he was going through. And in praying about this situation, I was able to bring the two together, and I wrote this story. And I believe I was inspired by God to write it, because my wife, she will tell you, when I was writing it and I explaining to her what was taking place, she was saying, well, what's next? What's next? No, well, tell me what is next, because, you know, she was like on the edge of her seat kind of thing. So audiences are really in for a treat.
Yeah. Well, I'm coming to you, Natalie, because you would have been there while the play was unfolding, you know, egging him to continue and that sort of thing. He mentioned the target audience. Who do you think is the target audience for this particular production?
Well, the target audience is 14 years and over. And the reason being is because we, as a church, we don't want to expose the younger ones to anything that they are not ready for as yet. You know, so we have use 14 years on one. I believe the teens need to come because it's a lot of issues that they may be struggling with, and I believe we have some of the answers.
Now, you are one of the directors at the company, and so you understand how the production company works, the purpose of it, that sort of thing. What can people expect when they come out to this particular production?
Any production that I Am Productions have, you could expect excitement, intriguing events happening, and maybe I will say like this, you may think you know the end, but you don't always know the end.
So there are twists and turns as well.
Yes. Right. But you leave, you do leave with a message of hope, and love and inspiration and encouragement to go on. You look at your life, it's like a mirror of your life. Some aspect of your life will be mirrored.
Yeah. Earl, I'm coming back to you because I like that Natalie mentioned, you don't know what to expect. It is very unpredictable. But remember, you drew inspiration from a story that's very relevant and something that already exists. And so how were you able to take that as the inspiration, stay true to that, but also bring that sort of storytelling on stage?
Well, and that took a lot of prayer to be able to do that. I have married what went on with the Bible and bring it in a modern day setting. And I always throw out the question to the unmarried males who say that they have the ability to love because the Bible says the men are to love their wives, right? And we know that Trinidad men, they could love real bad, right? So if you love so much, can you love a prostitute? Can you fall in love with a prostitute, and will you marry a prostitute? And what would prevent you from doing that? What are the issues that will stop you from doing that? Of course, on the surface, we understand why you wouldn't go that way. But if you're talking about the love of God and we're talking about healing a nation, then the production forces you to take a deeper look at things.
I love that you mentioned taking a deeper look at things, because one of the things you mentioned while writing this particular piece is that experience of the homosexual man. Are we going to see any plays sort of addressing that sort of homosexual nature, or even the LGBTQIA+ community in any one of your plays?
Yes. In The Prophet and the Prostitute, we will be addressing those issues.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why we open it up to, as we said in our ads, we invite every politician, every church minister, every member of the LGBTQ+ community, and those 14 years and over to come and see this. This is something that nobody should miss. It is, like my wife said, just to repeat again, it's inspirational. It causes you to think and take a different look and a different perspective at yourself and other people. And for those of us who say that we love, you will question if you really love.
If you really love. Yeah. Natalie, I'm coming back to you because I'm getting a sense of love in Earl's plays, and I know that love also exists with, between you and your marriage. How are you able to be a director of the company, work alongside your husband, and also maintain that sort of private life between the both of you?
Balance. You can't do it without God.
Yes.
God is first in everything. And it's like a pie chart. I give him his time because when he's writing, he's just on the computer
on his
all
own.
day.
Yeah.
I make sure he has his meals and everything. And in my personal life, I do my things when I can. But when I work for the company, mostly in the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing things for the company. It's a matter of balance.
Yeah.
Once you put God first, everything works out.
Everything works out. Earl, I have a question for you. So you mentioned, are you able to really love a prostitute, right? But the Bible speaks about being, evenly yoked to someone. And so how are you going to address that particular issue as well?
Well, I leave that for people to come and see. But what I would say, what I would say is that yes, we must take everything into context what the Bible says to us. But remember, God told a faithful Old Testament prophet Hosea to marry a prostitute, and there was a reason for that. And I'm saying that when God wants to bring change in a nation, when he wants to bring changes in a family or bring changes anywhere on the earth, he will do the unorthodox thing because he is God over all. So our question of whether we be unequally yoked, whether this is of God or not of God, is really for the individual to seek God to find out. And I believe really and truly what God wants is a personal relationship with people to seek him out, not necessarily through other people, but he wants your attention. Seek him out and you will find him. Yeah.
Natalie, I'm coming back to you. Just remind us when it's taking place, where it's taking place, and where we can get tickets.
Okay, so The Prophet and the Prostitute is taking place at Napa, Port of Spain, at 6 p.m. on July 22nd and 23rd of July 2023.
Nice. And how can we get tickets?
Oh, so you can get tickets at all Showaholics locations. Well, I shouldn't say all, 5 locations. Frederick Street, a Boutique Mall, Arima, Twin City, and San Fernando.
Nice.
And also, of course, at Napa Box Office.
Napa Box Office. And July 22nd, 23rd, at what time?
At 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. And I guess my final question for you, Earl, is what more can we see? I mean, are there other scripts in the making?
Oh, yes. During the COVID period, 2020 to 2021, I was able to script 15 production scripts. So there will be a continuance of storytelling even after the prophet and the prostitute. Yeah.
Nice. Well, let me thank you so much for joining us, Power Couple Husband and Wife team. I wish you all the best with the play that's going to be happening on the 22nd and 23rd at Napa. And I look forward to the conversation again, Earl, because I know you're going to be doing more in terms of, bringing the biblical story into the context of what we're facing in the modern world. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
And that was Earl and, of course, Natalie James Bago just talking about their recent production that's going to be taking place on July 22nd and the 23rd at Napa. This in July, of course. Remember, you can get tickets at Napa box office and also some of the Showaholics location. And that play is going to be The Prophet and the Prostitute. You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
When strong pain strikes, I take Panadol Ultra. That relieves fast 5 types of tough pain. That's when I feel my pain starting to fade and I'm going back to myself. Panadol. Release starts here.
It's finally here, the most anticipated time of the year. Sweet 100's Christmas in July. Stay tuned to social media at Sweet 100.1 FM or sweet100fm.com for more details.
There is no need to suffer. You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center where it is safe, it is affordable.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can come down to Optimal Life Wellness Center and see for yourself and experience for yourself what I have experienced. The life I now live is a lot healthier and more fulfilling. These products have actually given me a sense of future and very, very important.
Music is a piece of art that goes into the ears and straight to the heart. Music is also considered the international language that crosses all barriers and unites all cultures. The Cross Caribbean Countdown is a popular fan-driven music countdown show that features the hottest lineup of Caribbean stars and music. It's the iron of your soul. It's the iron of your soul. While spotlighting Caribbean businesses. Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Fridays at 9 p.m. exclusively on TTT with yours truly, Junior K. We have something special, very special. And remember to keep your tempo up.
99, hey! It was a moment I just hate to think about.
I prayed and I sat down in the corner waiting to hear an explosion.
And some of that really fantastic footage you just saw is a taste of what's going to be happening at the Little Carib Theatre. Influx, the meeting of waters, is taking place this Sunday, the 2nd of July. In studio with us, we have Ruth Osman, who's going to be sharing a little bit with us this morning. Not too much, and guess what? You can win tickets to be a part of this phenomenal event. Good morning, Ruth, and welcome.
Good morning, Natasha. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show this morning, and looking forward to this conversation because you have some powerful women on the Little Carib Theatre stage. So tell us. What inspired us?
Influx Meeting of Waters, right? The name is a dead giveaway.
Right.
We're talking about 3 female artists who work in the Caribbean, do Caribbean music, right? And who belong to or draw from 3 different traditions. Ruth Osman, Caribbean jazz folk, Sharda Patisar, Indian classical, Indian experimental, and Ajibola, Afrofusions, Afro rhythms. We're all composers. We're all musicians.
Right.
Ajibola and myself are singer-songwriters. Sharda is a sitarist, as you would know, a classically trained sitarist and composer, and also writer. So we are just excited and happy to be sharing the stage and collaborating in the true sense of the word.
And it makes so much sense with the name because we are water. To see you all come together is absolutely incredible. I know, listen, make sure that you have our number saved if you don't, 622-4010, because you don't want to miss this experience. Now, you just mentioned all the different genres and everything that is dabbled in by the 3 of you. So what influenced this fusion for you 3 of you to come together and say, all right, let's get this done?
Yeah. It's been a long journey here, right? For all of us. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. And one of the things was, how do we collaborate?
Right.
What is the true nature of collaboration? Is collaboration just inviting somebody onto a stage to sing a song? Is collaboration a sort of creating together, a sort of getting to know each other, a sort of listening to each other's voices and what they have to say, and then incorporating? So this was really an attempt for me as a female artist, 1, to build community. Right. 2, to reach out and touch people in a very meaningful, not just a token way. Right. And I admire both Ajibola, I know her as Sheena Richardson, and Sharda. I love their work. I love what they're doing. I love what they're saying through their music. And it just made sense to me for us to come together and say something.
It does make sense, and I love the fact that you mentioned 2 things, community and poetry, because as soon as you look at this event, you know this is the start. I mean, yes, you've been working behind the scenes. As you said, the journey has been quite long, to say the least, but it's definitely the birthing of a community, which is something that is needed within our society in general, among women, and of course for creatives. So it's wonderful to see all these different blends and these different, let's say, currents and waves come together.
You're going with a thing.
Now, another thing as well is talking about currents and waves is you mentioned poetry, and if I'm not mistaken, there is a collaboration with Nina. Could you share with us a little bit about that?
So Nina Young Women's Leadership Program is founded by Akosua Dardane Edwards, love her, really admire what she's been doing. And it's one of the primary things that it does is provide support to young women who are leaving state care. So we're talking around the 18-year-olds. What a lot of people don't know is that when they leave state care, it's a very, very tenuous time for them. And so they need supports. And Nina provides that sort of infrastructure in terms of mentorship, maybe a place to stay for a while, that sort of thing. And so I'm so happy because, again, women on the stage, right? I'm so happy to be partnering with Akosua and with Nina to have the young women there for the night, and also to be we're doing a workshop with them the weekend after.
So can I ask what brought along the collaboration? I mean, I know, Nina, there are a lot of collabs that take place, but particularly this fusion of what you're doing, what Akosua has been doing as well. What brought the meeting of the minds?
So I've known Akosua for quite a while, and I've been thinking a lot about how do I bring what she does into what I do, and how do we help each other and collaborate and support each other's vision. Besides that, there's something about a Caribbean jazz artist that's sort of a bit of a dichotomy, maybe. I don't know, that might not be the word, where the people who hear or can access the music that we play aren't necessarily just the people we want to hear it.
Definitely.
And for somebody like me who has a message, Sharda, Ajibola, the same thing. How do we get the young people, the young women, the people who actually need to see us on a stage, who need to feel empowered, who need to feel that, yeah, I could do this. How do we get them to attend? How do we get them to hear? How do we get to touch them? And so in thinking about that, I thought about Nina.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now, when I already said winner, so I'm calling it into existence for one of you this morning. You can win tickets to Influx. You can give us a call at 622-4010 because this event is going to be phenomenal. Now, we've spoken about the women who are going to be involved, but let's also talk about, of course, there's a massive team behind you, I'm sure.
There is.
Who's on your team?
There is. So, ace musicians. These musicians are people that I've been working with for about a decade, in some cases more than a decade. Our musical director is Wayne Guerra. He's a really great composer, arranger, pianist, keyboardist. He's a professional. Music is his life. This is what he does. Theron Shaw. Terry needs no introduction, right? Same thing, composer, arranger, jazz guitarist. Macasey Joseph on drums. Of course, well, you know, Sheena going to be on percussion and vocals, right? She can mash up the place. Sheena's bringing a team of drummers who will be performing with her in her segments and sort of also working with us. Sharda is going to have Prashant, her brother, on tabla.
Okay.
She's going to have Joanna on laptop, providing some really interesting soundscapes. Yeah,
nice.
Sharda's music is really experimental, really interesting. It's a vibe. Am I forgetting somebody? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Russell Durity is going to be on bass. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
That's okay. So while you just think about it, we have Aruka on the line who is ready to win some tickets for Influx. Aruka, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Are you ready to win some tickets?
I think so. I hope so.
All right. So Ruth.
Yes.
Yeah. Take it away.
So I'm just going to ask one question, and it was based on some things that we discussed before. What instrument does Sharda Patisar play?
Percussion.
Yeah, close. But somebody else plays percussion.
Drums.
No.
Well, thank you so much, Aruka. And for those of you, of course, who are willing or ready to win, rather, I should say, you can always give us a call at 622-4010. We are almost out of time in today's conversation, but don't worry, viewers, because we are going to be giving away also in our second hour. So let's go back to the conversation. Now, one of the things that you mentioned is all these people coming together. What was the response, not just from the ladies? I mean, I know, as we mentioned, you know, ladies coming together is powerful. But what was the response from those within your team, those within your group, when you said, listen, this is something I want to do?
I'm really grateful for that, because I have a group of people, the musicians and the team working with us behind the scenes, who actually see the vision.
Right.
And these people have been, you know, COVID was a difficult time. Those 2 years were a difficult time for musicians. And I had people who were telling me, hey, we're here for you. Whenever you're ready, let's. So they bought in. They have bought into it. They're very supportive, and not just supportive. They actually see the work that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful.
Is this the beginning of something?
It is the beginning of something.
Wonderful. Well, listen, if you would like to be present at the beginning of something monumental for women, for creatives, and for Little Carib Theatre, and so many other people who are involved, you need to check out what's happening this Sunday at Little Carib Theatre Influx. And for those of you who are ready to win that ticket, here's a teaser of what just might be a question. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure.
Natasha. It was.
For variety, quality, and the best prices on furniture, appliances, electronics, bedroom, and so much more, come to Fens of Marabella, Chaguanas, Pinal, and Payarco, where our friendly and courteous staff are waiting to serve you. Visit us in-store or call 650-FENS. That's 650-3367 for further information. Fens of Trinidad and Tobago, serving generations.
Introducing the new non-breaded Popeyes blackened chicken sandwich, marinated in bold Louisiana spices, served classic or spicy on a toasted brioche bun. Try it for just $45. No breading, all flavor.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
We are going beyond the headlines, asking the questions you want answered. Joining us this week is His Excellency Ambassador Dennis Francis, President-elect of the United Nations General Assembly. Join us this Sunday at 7 p.m. on TTT, TTT Live Online, and Talk City 91.1 FM. We are delving deeper.
The countdown is on for the first Citizens National Poetry Slam final. 15 of the nation's best poets will face off in a lyrical showdown for a chance to become the 2023 Grand Slam champion and take home the cash prize of $50,000 courtesy First Citizens. Sunday, 2nd July at 8 p.m. right here on TTT. Be sure to tune in for the broadcast. The first Citizens National Poetry Slam, powered by NGC Bogus Litfest, TTT, and sponsored by First Citizens. We put you first.
Exalt the Lord, our God, and worship His holy name. For His mercy, exalt Him, sky, exalt Him, before, exalt Him, exalt every nation, exalt Him, all creation, great and small, exalt the Lord.
Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. That's a brand new one coming down from Keith, designer, styler, and he's joining us on Zoom this morning alongside producer of that one, Mr. Carol Hodge. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, morning. Good morning, good morning.
Nice to have you guys on the show. How things?
Everything good, man. It's all good. It's all good.
All good in the hood. All right. So, designer, you have that brand new one there called TikTok. I want to know everything about it from jump. Tell me the inspiration for it. I mean, it looks like the app was the inspiration for it, or is it that you wanted to see the ladies and side to side? And tell me the inspiration behind this one, designer.
All right. Well, the song was actually it came to Carol. Carol is the one who created the song, and he came to me to do a demo. So, Carol, you wanna hit them on that?
Yeah. Well, the song was inspired by the now craze that's taken over TikTok. We see that name has become much more popular over the past months, and the inspiration come to do a song. I said, you know what? Let me try something with this TikTok phrase because it's taken over. After actually joining TikTok myself and incorporating that with Facebook and Instagram, I thought that it would be a great thing to tap into.
Music.
Writing and producing music for 5.
And how would you your journey in the industry so far?
My journey is blessed. I had beginnings. I had a great start. I started out in 1983 and was fortunate in New York Sparrow for about 10 years. So it has been an awesome journey and great opportunities and blessings from the Almighty.
I want to try a demo with designer on this one.
Well, me and designer go way. We started in 90 and together in the studio a lot. Many projects. He voiced projects with me in the past for different record labels. So we have a great relationship. And I knew that once I did the rough demo for this song, the only person that would be able to turn it into reality would be Keith, designer, styler, Prescott.
And were you instantly sold on it, Keith?
Yeah, well, you know, we get in there. Carol and I, we have great chemistry, you know. So I understand right away where he was going with it and everything, and you know, everything sound good. You know, it click. So you know, yeah, I had a really, really good feeling from the first time I put on the vocal. You know.
And what do you hope this song is able to achieve? I mean, the song is TikTok. We see the TikTok videos. We see people dancing and that kind of thing. What is the aim? What is the end goal for this song?
Well, we want to reach the whole world. You know, we want to have the whole world dancing to soca music. That's the goal. You know, it's been my goal since I started in the business. You know, to have everybody zero in on soca music. So we have something here that is pointing in that direction.
Yeah. And we've been seeing your evolution over the years. I mean, before the segment started, I was playing Ratty Ray off air. One of my cameramen started to talk about Pan by Storm, and we were coming up the years and you know, watching the evolution, watching the change in the music, and you continue to be that ambassador. What inspires you to keep going, to keep changing the style and keep evolving?
Well, you know, you always gotta get better. It doesn't matter how long you're in the business. You know, the goal is to always get better, you know, to produce the best music, to put forward the best that you can as an artist. So that keeps me going. I keep my ear to the ground. I look at the younger artists, you know, I listen to the music, you know, the different styles of the music. I listen to everything, you know, and my goal is to always put out the best recording.
Nice. All right. Well, Carol, tell us how we can find you on, the TikTok and the rest of social media that you would have mentioned if we want to reach out to you, if the people want to check out some more of the music.
Yes, Carol Hodge on Facebook, Carol_Hodge on Instagram, OSHA Entertainment on YouTube, and Carol_Hodge on TikTok.
Nice. And what about you, Keith?
Well, everything for me now is Keith Styler. You know, I you know, that's my new platform.
Right.
That's a new chapter in my life. So everything is Keith Styler. Keith Styler on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter, Keith Styler.
Keith Styler. Gentlemen, congratulations on the new song and the new music video. We're going to take in a little piece of it as we wrap up this interview this morning. Thank you so much for joining us, and all the best going forward.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, man.
All right, so brand new one coming down from Keith Styler, produced by Carol Hodge. It's called TikTok. Let's take in some more of that music video right now.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We report the news. News in real time. TTT News, first at 6:30 p.m. TTT News, online at www.ttt.live. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant. TTT News, nightly at 6:30.
Hi, I'm Pastor Lisa Singh from Heavenly Grace Ministries in New York, and I wanted to take a moment to just advise you that our program is changing time slots. From the 9th of April, we will be airing at 6:30 a.m. and this will be the time going forward. Again, 6:30 a.m. from the 9th of April onward. Looking forward to still spending time with you every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m.
There is no need to suffer. You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center where it is safe, it is affordable.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can come down to Optimal Life Wellness Center and see for yourself and experience for yourself what I have experienced. The life I now live is a lot healthier and more fulfilling. These products have actually given me a sense of a future, and very, very important.
It's finally here, the most anticipated time of the year. Sweet 100's Christmas in July. Stay tuned to social media at Sweet 100.1 FM or sweet100fm.com for more details.
Did you tell your hubby about it, first of all?
I did.
When you were telling him, did you think that he was going to think differently of you or less of you?
I thought exactly that.
In case you've missed it, it's an encore of Nicole Larson Live. Relive some of the riveting experiences of everyday people who candidly shared with me their stories, life challenges, stories of hope, and eventual victories.
Because he is not like man, because he is the God. It is a promise that we can hold on to.
The report came back that she had two properly...
Eric, behave yourself, no man.
Two properly working kidneys.
An encore of Nicole Larson Live, living in victory every day. Coming soon to TTT.
'cause I want this. It's your birthday, baby.
If it's your birthday today, let me take a moment to say happy birthday to you, and I hope that you have the best day ever. Today, it's a very special birthday. Today is the most beautiful girl in the whole wide world's birthday. Today is my #1 girl's birthday, Jalea Amaya Remy. I love you so much. Happy birthday, my darling. I hope that you have yourself a fantastic day today. 7 years old. Jeez and ages.
Look at her. Happy
like
birthday.
A proper adult.
Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday.
Hope you have a fantastic day, my love. And we will celebrate all weekend long. Happy birthday, Jalea. And good morning, Shadan. Hi. I know you're telling me hi, so hi. How you doing? All right? Nice. Good. Let me also take a moment to say happy birthday going out to Ziggy of the Mari. He celebrates his birthday today as well. Ziggy, big up to you, my brother. Hope you have a fantastic day. And I also want to say happy birthday to guitarist extraordinaire and new father, Kiwan Landred Smith. Happy birthday to you, Kiwan. I hope that you have yourself a great day today. And well, later we go link up and take a little jam, man. Yeah, blessings. Have a great day, Kiwan.
And continuing with the birthday greetings, I want to say a very happy birthday to Marilyn Oliver's daughter. Coming from, of course, this is going out to you, darling, from your mother and grandmother. And we want to take this opportunity to wish this amazing, talented, loved, beautiful, thoughtful pillar of poise and elegance, always there when you need her, a happy, happy birthday. Your mom didn't share your name with us, but we see you, and we know that definitely your name stands out as much as your beauty does as well. It's coming from your mom, your grandmom, your kids, grandkids, everybody. They said they're going to make it a grand, special one for you today. So happy birthday to you. I also would like to say happy birthday to Marcia Tinto. Marcia, happy birthday to you. Another beacon of lights in Trinidad and Tobago. Also, another birthday going out. This is actually happening tomorrow. Happy birthday in advance to Dwayne Muckett, captain of the football team AC Port of Spain. Knowing that you are going to have a wonderful day, so enjoy.
And we're also sending early birthday greetings going out to Mr. Wendell Motley. He would have gotten the highest order, of course, the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Wendell Motley is an economist, a former politician, and Olympic silver and bronze medalist at the Tokyo Olympic Games in 1964. So, Mr. Wendell Motley, happy early birthday to you, sir. I know you're going to be celebrating for the entire week. Doesn't matter that your birthday is Sunday, but we're sending greetings your way, and we hope that you have a fantastic weekend, of course, from all of us here on the Now Morning Show and your friends and family. Also, another person birthday who we're going to be celebrating on Sunday is our very own Nicole Larson. Nicole works on Talk City. She also has a show here on TTT, and so she's celebrating her birthday on a Sunday. So
happy birthday, Nicole!
Happy birthday to you. We're hoping that you have a fantastic Sunday. I hope that your birthday is going to start today and that you're going to be celebrating. Of course, it's coming from all of us here on the Now Morning Show and your friends and family.
Big up to you, Nicole. Also, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating her birthday on Sunday is our very own Natasha Lake. Natasha Gill, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us, waking up early in the morning and coming and shining your bright beauty and intelligence on the People National Television.
Hey.
Happy birthday, my darling, in advance. And we will celebrate. We will celebrate, man.
Yeah, man.
We go tell them about the celebration. We go just celebrate. We buy pie. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get on to us to be able to send your birthday shouts, remember, you can feel free to give us a call at 622-4010, or you can send us an email. But in that email, make sure and put your name, the person who's celebrating their birthday's name, who it's coming from, and a picture of the person. And send that email to getonnow@ttt.co.tt. You're seeing it written below there. All you have to do is save that email address and send that email when it's time for you to celebrate your birthday or somebody that you love very much. If you want, you can also feel free to slide on our DMs at Now Morning Show or at TTT Live online. You can also take us with you because we're streaming live on Facebook. Hi, Facebook.
Hi.
Morning. I think we're on YouTube this morning.
We're always on YouTube.
I think I saw the link on YouTube this morning.
Right,
but
nice.
big up same way.
Yeah, man. But the Facebook team has actually talked to each other. So big up to the whole Facebook crew that's on this morning. Good morning to you as well if you're locked on YouTube. And if you're locked on TTT.live, we say good morning to you and thank you so very much for taking us with you.
Another person we're thanking this morning, of course, is Natasha Gill. Natasha, let me thank you so much. Of course, we're also sending our appreciation to the Art Society of TNT because today is going to be the final day that we're seeing Natasha Gill's artwork on set. But it was an absolute pleasure to have her artwork on set and also to speak with her on Monday about the inspiration behind some of her paintings. In particular, this one, of course, is Tiny Dancer. And I know that Natasha would have shared that she does portrait art, and it's also on with using oil painting on canvas. And so we're seeing the details, we're seeing the personality shining through. And Jamin, Tash, what you think?
Listen, this is how life should be all day, every single day. That emotion, I mean, wow, that emotion of joy. But yes, why not? Jamming through life is how we should be. We shouldn't be going slowly through life. We enjoy every single moment. Sometimes perhaps a bit too much.
I love Ravi.
I take in life like this.
I love
mischievously, just enjoying every moment and soaking it in. This one is called Ravi. And of course, Natasha Gill giving us her fantastic work there, but loaning it to us for the week, not giving us. So thank you so much, Natasha, and also thank you very much to the Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago. We appreciate you guys so very much. And you know what? I want you to be able to be a great citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and help some young people get to Sweden. They want to take part in the Gothia Cup, talking about the powerful United Football Academy. All you have to do is give them a call and they'll be more than willing to talk you through the process. Their number is 374-4518, or you can just go ahead and donate to the FCB account 2481986. It's written at the bottom of the screen, and you guys can feel free to donate, and let's do our part to chip in and help these young men excel at, you know, something positive and help them go in the right direction. You know what I mean? They want to head to Sweden to be a part of the Gothia Cup, which is taking place soon. They should be leaving, I think, within the next week. Yeah, I think is what he said. So please, if you can, feel free to contribute to the account.
Definitely. And if you're ready to win, we have 2 giveaways in this segment. We need to talk about the candles, Raucous, yesterday. That interview was very moving, talking about Tobago wick candle making. Yeah. And we have 2 tickets to give away to the candle making workshop that's going to be taking place.
Let me say good morning to all the folks in Mount Pleasant, Tobago, where, of course, the candle bar is located. We appreciate you guys so much. Of course, Tobago Wick is the handle on IG if you want to get more information and all that stuff. You know, what I found really amazing was that, you know, she said people come for different reasons, and they come for weddings, for anniversaries, birthdays, you know, I mean, date night, whatever you want to, family outing session, and they spend a proper 2.5 hours just making candles, having a good time, enjoying themselves, and you know, they get everything that they need to make it happen, even if you just need it for therapy. Right. You know what I mean? They use the candle making for all that good stuff. So we appreciate the candle bar for being willing to give 2. There's 2 or 4?
2
It's 4. It's two adults and 2 children.
Adults, yeah, correct. Is right.
Nice. Yeah, so it's a whole family retreat. You can go and enjoy yourself up in Mount Pleasant, Tobago at the Candle Bar. So you can give us a call, 622-4010, and you have the opportunity to win that workshop.
Yeah, and located in Tobago, right?
Mount Pleasant, Tobago, yeah. Why? You wanted to know?
I mean, no, just for reference. In the future, 622-4010, you can give us a call. And how long? Like, it takes a while to make these candles. She shared with us as well.
2.5 hours. Yeah, listening to me. Because it's your birthday Sunday, you stop listening after that.
I'm celebrating my birthday already.
All right, I understand. No problem. Guys, I hope you're listening, and you can give us a call at 622-4010, and you can get the opportunity to be able to be a part of the candle making workshop. It's happening.
It's only line. La Horquetta is only line.
La Horquetta?
La Horquetta.
Say it again.
My birthday is starting, guys. La Horquetta, good morning. How are you?
La Horquetta.
Good morning. Hi, morning.
Morning.
You see the difference in the response? Morning, La Horquetta. How are you doing?
I'm going good.
Can you tell me where the candle bar is located in Tobago?
Boy. How did we get that?
It's one of the mounts. It's one of the mounts. Which mount is it?
Boy.
Wow, I just gave you a hit. That was a good one.
I said it like 5 times just now.
Like more than 5 times.
Take a wild guess, La Horquetta, one of the mounts. We have about several in Tobago. Which one? Give us a guess.
Several mounts in Tobago. The main region, what?
Wait, no, it have not mountains. Larkins, thank you. I tried. I really tried. Larkins, I give it to somebody else. It's not, viewers, it's not Mount Irvin. The point I was making is not Mount Irvin. So it's another mount.
Let's make this the 7th or 8th time.
What's that?
That we're going to say
No, we're saying it again. No, listening to hear what it is. We're going through that.
Thank you. We're making it easy this morning.
No, she don't give it. She says not Mount Irvin. It's another mount.
Exactly. So call us, guys, 622-4010. Where is the candle bar located? Where is it?
Plymouth.
Mount Plymouth.
Mount Blackrock.
Might as well say Mount Bacalat.
Mountain Benedict.
Mount Bacalat.
I'm giving you a big hint. It's in Tobago.
Right, exactly. And it's not Mount Irvin.
It's a happy place. It's a very happy place.
Oh, no, Tash.
622-4010. You know, all right, 622-4010. Tobago Wick is going to be having an incredible candle making workshop at their location at a mount somewhere in Tobago. Trinity, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wonderful. So tell us, where's the candle bar located in Tobago?
Okay, the candle bar is located in Mount Pleasant.
Ah, thank you, Trinity.
Well, what's not Trinity if you didn't get us?
Yes,
thank
you, Trinity. Your passport. Congratulations, Trinity. Just hold the line for us and we'll be giving the information that you need to collect on your prize for the candle making sessions, yeah?
2 adults and 2 children. Well done, Trinity.
Okay. All right, so we also have a giveaway for Influx that's taking place at the Little Carib Theatre on Sunday, the 2nd of July. Really a sensational event, and we gave you some hints a little bit earlier in the show.
We gave you all the information
earlier. We gave you all the information earlier, so give us a call, 622-4010, where you can win 2 tickets to the event at the Little Carib Theatre. Abijola is going to be there. Ajibola, sorry. I'm Ajibola, good morning. Who else is going to be there? Sharda Patisa is going to be there. Ruth is going to be there.
Good morning.
Just now, hold on.
Sharda Patisa.
Where in your coffee cup this morning?
You know, since I don't have any coffee, right?
I realize.
Mova, anything, guys? Mova, good morning.
Mova, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mova, quick question. What instrument does Sharda Patisa play?
Peters.
Is it the sitar?
Look at you! So hold the line for us. Congratulations. You get the opportunity to attend the event at Little Carib this coming Sunday. We'll give you that information. Just hold the line first, right?
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Happy Friday. We're giving away things this morning. I hope that you guys are having a great time. We certainly are. When we come back, we have a whole heap of fun things happening on the show this morning because our favorite chef is back in studio. It's the Now Morning Show. We take a quick break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
That created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger. Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
The countdown is on for the first Citizens National Poetry Slam final. 15 of the nation's best poets will face off in a lyrical showdown for a chance to become the 2023 Grand Slam champion and take home the cash prize of $50,000, courtesy First Citizens. Sunday, 2nd July at 8 p.m. right on TTT. Be sure to tune in for the broadcast. The First Citizens National Poetry Slam, powered by NGC Bogus Lit Fest, TTT, and sponsored by First Citizens. We put you first.
We are going beyond the headlines, asking the questions you want answered. Joining us this week is His Excellency Ambassador Dennis Francis, President-elect of the United Nations General Assembly. Join us this Sunday at 7 p.m. on TTT, TTT Live Online, and Talk City 91.1 FM. We are delving deeper.
You are dearer to me than all the stars. So many wish but never reach. 'Cause when I'm falling and all the world seems dark, you help me find my peace. Oh, shun mi ba fishani. Oh, shun mi ba yeah. Oh, shun mi ba fishani. Arubita, yeah, 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 yeah.
About 20 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. It's our Friday edition, and of course the F in Friday is for food, because Chef Simone is back from Meraki Catering, and this morning we're talking healthy meal ideas for children, and we are looking at tacos al pastor.
Yes,
that was my attempt to roll my R, Chef.
And that
Good
was
morning.
quite fantastic. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I missed you all, so, but
not
Listen,
more than we missed you.
And I think now is the right moment to tell us why you weren't here for the past few weeks.
Wow. Well, I had some business to attend to, and so I stepped out for a bit. But I am back now.
Yes.
Hopefully not to leave you all. I may be missing in action again soon.
Chef, you're really looking for both, because listen,
no, don't worry. I will follow you up enough so that when I go on,
yes,
you know, it's not too much.
We'll see, because belly in hand this morning.
Yes.
I'm seeing some corn, I'm seeing some chicken. What are you doing this morning?
So, the idea of this thing. Vacation. No. Java. Yes, that. Java. I know it's terrifying parents.
Yes.
You know, you're hearing whispers of they want to know what to do, where to send their kids or whatever. Tire them out with cooking. Cooking is the one sure way besides exercising that I know you can utilize your brain muscles. It will tire them out enough so that when you get home, they have something prepared for you, as well as, you know, they go in their bed right after.
So when you say tire them out with cooking, they are cooking in the kitchen.
So I think a lot of parents need to start to show their kids that lifestyle of cooking, of just taking care of themselves is something that, you know, they should start to look into. So this is an easy way for them to get involved. Very simple, healthy options that they can prepare. It doesn't take too much. Well, obviously, if you have kids below maybe, I would say 8 or 10, there is some measure of fire that is involved, so that, you know, you would have to make sure they have somebody responsible to monitor them. But basically, I think transporting them to a different place sometimes is a way to get their imagination going, and what better way to do that through food. So we are taking a trip to Mexico today.
Yes.
Very simple ingredients. What I love about Mexican cuisine is that you can get all of the ingredients that they use in Trinidad. Right? So you don't have to look too far. It's very economical, easy on your pockets, and tasty.
Yeah. So what we're seeing here?
So I actually have some corn tortillas that are actually produced locally.
Okay.
It's an alternative to using gluten, which a lot of people have some sensitivities to this, you know, gluten allergies and stuff like that, even though we sometimes make fun of them, because, you know, it just takes a little bit more concern to prepare food for them.
Right.
Corn is a very easy substitute, or a good substitute to use instead of flour. So what we have this morning, I know you are vegetarian.
Yes,
so
I am.
we have, instead of doing the pastor, the tacos, pastor is basically a way of preparing, typically they use pork, but this morning I use chicken.
Right.
To prepare this so that the flavors, you know, you get that spice there. They utilize pineapples actually to marinate the chicken in, so that that you have that nice tender, juicy finish to the product.
Yes.
Little sweetness coming from it to balance with the spice. And then it's topped with corn and black bean salsa.
Oh,
fancy stuff.
Ready.
Again, things you can get locally available. What I did is that instead of they use cilantro, obviously we have the cilantro on speed, or you know,
shadow bunny
drugs, which is shadow bunny, and a little bit of salt, and that's all you need.
Oh, simple,
right?
yeah.
And then I'm gonna top it off with a very easy homemade onion that I pickled.
Pickled onion.
Pickled
Yes,
onions.
yes. You pickle it with some just vinegar, water, salt, sugar, and clove. Cinnamon sticks and black peppercorns. You get the flavor of
I
that.
realize you like to pickle them onions.
Listen. You don't know what you're missing. Very simple way to.
No, I know. I've tasted your pickled onions.
All right, good.
So
I forgot I did bring that.
Yeah.
One of the things that you mentioned is the fact that we can get all of these ingredients here. Do you find sometimes, just to add maybe a bit of difference, yes, we're taking the children and we're taking the whole family to Mexico, but what about adding a touch of our flair to it? Is that something that you do?
Yes, definitely. So instead of, I mean, you can basically take any ingredient and substitute it. So let's say you don't eat chicken, you don't eat pork, which is the main item that they use for this.
Life just sad. Go ahead.
I know. I feel the same way. Like I told somebody that
Please
yesterday.
disagree here, my vegetarians and pescatarians. Good morning.
I'm not mad at them because that just means more pork, more pork.
Empathy,
you know. But you can utilize local ingredients. Again, I always push the idea of meet your local farmers, go and make a friend, plant some stuff, use these things to bring your kids involved in what they're putting into their body. Get some soil. Everybody has some dirt somewhere around their yard. Throw a seed, you never know what will happen, right?
Agreed.
Throw a seed.
Throw a seed.
Chef, I'm seeing limes there. Lime used in this recipe at any point in time?
It is. Again, or you always try to maximize flavor. We have ingredients that do that, but we just don't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
Limes are a very easy way to just add a different pop, a little, an extra pop, an extra pizzazz, like just a little oomph extra to your meal.
But lime is an important ingredient in Mexican cooking as
Correct,
well, right?
it is. It is. So you're gonna see I'm gonna top this off with some lime juice, and it's going to transform it just that much more for you.
Chef, another question. You're toasting this one, but the others were normal. Is there a reason for that one?
Yes, because of the salsa, not because of the vegetarian workers. Let's not treat them badly. Come on.
I'm unique. All right? Mine needs to be toasted. Yours isn't. Yeah? I appreciate that, Chef.
So
thank you.
It's just a little bit you just wanna warm it up because you're gonna put the warm meat in it.
Right.
You don't want cold tacos, but because this is chilled, the bean it's fine to eat it.
Okay, sure.
But again, it's all a matter of preference.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, look at that pineapple mixing with
while
the
we
meat
wait,
there. Wow.
vegetarians will get actual special preference this morning.
Yes. Vegetarians, good morning. I'm smiling. Love it.
All right.
I
just remove these seeds.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So when
Chef,
your kids,
what's the prep time for this?
Again, very simple. The longest part of it would be marinating the meat. So the chicken or the pork, whatever you decide to use.
Okay.
It's best always. I always like to marinate overnight. It gives that extra infusion that you need.
Thank
you.
It smells delicious.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're a vegetarian too?
No.
Or just this morning?
No, I'm not a vegetarian.
Chicken?
No, I'm good for today. Thank you very much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. I mean, I could take somebody pineapple.
Yeah, definitely. So it's fine if it comes, because I know people are very particular if it's on the chicken.
No, that's yours. You enjoy yourself.
All right, so about this recipe is that
I love the amount of chicken going into it.
flavor combination of this that it relies on a lot of spice, so chilies.
Yeah.
And that balance with the pineapples.
This is lovely.
You're in for a treat, Rockers.
You mentioned, I mean, I have no doubts about that. You mentioned earlier that shadow benny is basically cilantro steroids. That the flavoring of shadow benny is so much stronger than cilantro.
It is. It is very potent. I don't know what it is with Trini soil, but yeah, it is. You taste the difference. Cilantro is almost like it has a refreshing kind of pop to it. So shadow benny is you get that.
There's the authentic roots.
I don't know, boys. There's something with the Trini roots.
Because everything in Trinidad is just amazing, guys. Come on.
I always tell people, I don't know why we don't realize that we have such. If you go around the world, the type of ingredients that you get, yes, they are fantastic, but Trini ingredients, we don't understand how good we have it here.
No, I understand. From top to bottom. From the music to the food
to everything.
To the people when they're ready to be here.
Oh gosh.
Thank you so very much.
Are we ready?
So Kimberly was worried about being unique, but I guess the unique one and being the chicken one.
What chicken what? It was just a matter of the pizzazz. The blending.
It will never end. Never, ladies and gentlemen.
Chef, you know, my question is always the cost of this. How much will this run you?
Okay, so the if you go with canned stuff rather than the black beans, which you can boost on your own, you would run for the salsa for a family of 4. You won't spend anything more than $40.
Okay.
The chicken, you can buy whole parts of chicken instead of, sometimes people would use either the whole chicken, parts of chicken.
Right.
Again, that may be another $50 with the pineapples. Throw in $70. The tortilla chips, which is locally made, I think I was under $20. So all in all, you're looking at maybe $120 to feed.
Yeah.
And these things go a long way because when you make these the salsa, the chicken, it stretches.
Yeah.
That's like 3 days of food.
I was just about to ask that as well. You can cover, put in the fridge.
For sure. Once you cool down, especially chicken after it's made.
Yes.
Chill it down, put it in the fridge. You have this
pickled onions.
You throw that in your fridge.
Forever
years later, you
forever
can open this and still enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah? It's just easy
Chef,
like
let me
that.
thank you so much
Tash
for joining us. As you can
dancing,
see, the face, Tash is dancing.
Yeah. Good.
Rockers' fingers are dirty, so it's good.
The spicy is nice, and the corn makes it a little bit less spicy, but it still get the kicker like in your chest, but not overwhelming.
So you get this umami finish where you get.
That's what it is.
All right, so you have the spice, you have sweet, you have tart, you have everything coming all
Chef
together.
That's my new word for today, umami finish. Everything's umami finish. But Chef, let me thank you so much this morning for coming in. Always a pleasure. Thank you for coming back. Don't ever leave us alone.
No, I wouldn't.
But as always, thank you and have a great weekend.
I will.
And remember, everybody, you can look out for Chef at Meraki Catering TT. She's on Instagram. She's also on other social media. And remember, this recipe will also be posted to her page sometime today. So let me thank you so much, Chef, for coming in. And we're going to take a break right now. I am going to eat some more of this lovely corn tortilla with salsa. And we're going to take a break and come back with so much more. Stay with us.
The Little Store offers you a great shopping experience in cool comfort with knowledgeable, helpful staff. Our large aisles and well-organized shelves are filled with quality premium materials, incense sticks, tasty Thai and homemade yogurt. Come to us for all your Indian groceries and spices, essays, paper sahari leaves, household items, sewing supplies, religious books, and lots more. You can depend on the Little Store, your store. It's an honor to serve you.
It's finally here, the most anticipated time of the year. Sweet 100 Christmas in July. Stay tuned to social media at Sweet 100.1 FM or sweet100fm.com for more details.
There is no need to suffer. You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center where it is safe, it is affordable.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can come down to Optimal Life Wellness Center and see for yourself and experience experience for yourself what I have experienced. The life I now live is a lot healthier and more fulfilling. These products have actually given me a sense of a future, and very, very important.
This is huge! Huge!
Line and Length, the #1 cricket program in the West Indies, is on TTT. Line and Length brings you up-to-date interviews, analysis, and highlights on the game in the region and internationally. Plus, there's an added bonus to receive a gift of gear each month with our grassroots program. Go to lineandlength.net to learn more. Line and Length in association with Massey United Insurance on TTT.
Redemption, the prison inmates art exhibition, is happening this weekend, the 1st to the 2nd of July at Archbishop's Residence on Maraval Road. Joining us this morning is Krishna Badesi, Prison Officer 2 from the Programs and Industry Department, and Deacon Patrick Lawrence from the Archdiocese of Port of Spain. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning and thanks for having us.
It's a pleasure to have both of you with us on the show this morning to speak about this particular event, because we've seen over the years, of course, that this is a fantastic way for community to be built, for those to explore their talents, and for some rehabilitation as well. So it's wonderful to see you with us, and of course to see the Archdiocese involved in this. Now, how long has the prison service been engaged in the inmates art exhibition?
Well, we have been doing this since 2009.
2009.
Yeah, with several stakeholders, including the Rajyoga Foundation, who really started this exhibition in conjunction with the prison service.
Would it be fair to say that since it's begun, you have seen changes within those who take part?
Yes, we have definitely
Wonderful.
seen it.
Wonderful. Okay. And how beneficial would you say the arts program is to the prison service in general? Does it help to uplift the community as well?
Well, the focus of what we do is to create opportunities for the inmates to discover their true potential.
Okay.
And we have been able to see that as they prepare themselves for re-entry back into society.
Wonderful. And Deacon Lawrence, how long has the Archdiocese been contributing to this?
To an exhibition itself, this is the first year we're involved in exhibition itself.
Okay.
But of course, by the visitations to the prisons and so on, and we talk to the inmates who are the artists and so on. So we've been involved in the background, I would say.
Wonderful. Definitely the way to be. Now, my next question would be, how come it's being hosted at Archbishop's House?
Well, the Archbishop's House is a venue that's available. Not many people go to the Archbishop's House. It's been there historically, built in 1840-something or whatever. And it's a very inexpensive way of displaying the arts.
Yeah.
You know, and it's to show that we are, in fact, involved and take a keen interest in those less fortunate than ourselves, incarcerated. Yeah.
Most definitely. And I mean, it's always a pleasure if you are able to go to the Archbishop's House. One of the most peaceful places I think I have been to in a very long time. Now, moving on from the conversation, do you believe that the art is coming from within the prison is on par with those that we see being produced outside as well?
Yeah, it's really good quality work, and a lot of people who have been visiting the exhibition over the years have been pleasantly surprised by the quality of the work that the inmates have been able to do. At the last exhibition, for example, that we did at Long Circular Mall, they sold $133,000 worth of art.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wonderful to see that. Now, do you get eager interest from inmates to participate in this program?
Yeah, there's a general, what happens is that the inmates tend to look for something that they can occupy themselves with as well. So a lot of them become involved in the arts and so on. And apart from the inmates at Carrera, where we have the art studio, there will be work on display from women's prison and the maximum security prison as well.
Oh, wonderful. And this is running at the same time?
Yeah, it's a collaborative of the different prison institutions.
Okay, amazing. Now, when this process started in 2009 to now, have you seen any changes, perhaps some growth in the program from the prison service contribution in particular?
Well, traditionally, it has really been inmates from the Carrera convict prison.
Okay.
And with the opportunities that they have gotten, not just to showcase their work, but to come out into the free world, in the malls and so on, and exhibit their work. Other inmates have generated an interest to become a part of that. So it's
wonderful. Well, we need to get back to that. But before we do, Deacon, is this to be something that we can look forward to in the future, seeing exhibitions at Archbishop's House and seeing that relationship with other initiatives from the prison?
Well, the Archdiocese does take a keen interest in the incarcerated, in the prisons and the business and so on. To say categorically that we would be doing this on an ongoing basis, well, let's see what happens at this one first.
Definitely, because everything is in God's time. He is large and in charge. Now, you just mentioned, of course, display at the mall, exhibitions in numerous public places. How has this been received by the public so far?
We have had a very good response. And apart from those 10 years that we spent at Long Circular Mall, last year we did it in conjunction with NALIS at the National Library. We've also had exhibitions at the Gulf City Mall, the Trin City Mall, and the Victor Chinkitt Promenade in Point Fortin.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of collaboration going on. We have, of course, Deacon here this morning representing for the Archdiocese of Port of Spain. You've just mentioned some malls and some other areas where displays have taken place. Who else is involved when it comes to this initiative?
Well, the prison service operates on what we call a shared responsibility model. And so we partner with like-minded individuals, organizations, and institutions. So whoever comes to us and wishes to partner, we're willing to work with you because we want to do all that we can to prepare those inmates for re-entry into society and to ensure that they does not return to a life of crime.
Have you seen inmates who have returned to society continue with the arts?
Yeah, we have had some good successes with people that go out and stay out. Likewise, we've had some of them who have returned. But the work is a work in progress, and we will continue to do what we can to assist those.
Now, with this artwork taking place, is it that you have people come in and teach, or this is something that you just let flow naturally from the individuals themselves?
Well, we have various training programs. When the program started, we had Mr. Bill Trotman, who came in and taught art. And we have several different initiatives. For example, we have a full-time school where classes are run every day. So we have the education aspect, we have sports, we have culture, we have technical and vocational skills, we have life skills, and we have the faith-based initiatives.
So there is a lot going on, and of course, just coming back to you, Deacon, for a quick moment, we know that there is a heavy investment from the Archdiocese, from the Roman Catholic Church, in the prison system as well. So we need to say thank you very much for that, and we look forward to having both of you back on the show to talk about some upcoming initiatives and what we're going to see happen for the continued development of our citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago. Gentlemen, do you have any closing comments before
we want to invite the general public to come out on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. And of course, spend some of your money and invest in what we're doing with those that are incarcerated.
Wonderful. Deacon Lawrence?
Yes, it's a way of recognizing the talents that we have, and also the way that we can look forward to treating our local people, the humanity, in the way that they're supposed to be. A lot of people forget that the incarcerated are human beings just like ourselves, have the same wishes, desires, talents, and so on.
Definitely. Well, Deacon Lawrence, and thank you so much as well to you, Mr. Badesi, for being with us in studio this morning. You don't want to miss it. It's happening at Archbishop's House this weekend. A fantastic show, well, exhibition, redemption. And guess what? Our show is fantastic, and it is not over yet because we have some surprises coming up for you. Stay tuned.
Every day, we aspire to be better at what we do. Deliver more news more often to more people. We are your news team, reporting on the people, events, and issues that affect your life. TTT News, first at 6:30 p.m. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant. TTT News, nightly at 6:30.
Patients that come in with sensitivity and bleeding gums, that's a red flag. I'll definitely recommend new Sensodyne sensitivity and gum because it has dual action. We're already using toothpaste. Why not switch it out for something that's going to help reduce both sensitivity and the gum issues?
Did you tell your hubby about it, first of all?
I did.
When you were telling him, did you think that he was going to think differently of you or less of you?
I thought exactly that.
In case you've missed it, it's an encore of Nicole Larson Live. Relive some of the riveting experiences of everyday people who candidly shared with me their stories, life challenges, stories of hope, and eventual victories.
Because he is not like man, because he is the God. It is a promise that we can hold on to.
The report came back that she had two properly...
Eric, behave yourself, no man.
Two properly working kidneys.
An encore of Nicole Larson Live, living in victory every day. Coming soon to TTT.
We are going beyond the headlines, asking the questions you want answered. Joining us this week is His Excellency Ambassador Dennis Francis, President-elect of the United Nations General Assembly. Join us this Sunday at 7 p.m. on TTT, TTT Live Online, and Talk City 91.1 FM. We are delving deeper.
The countdown is on for the first Citizens National Poetry Slam final. 15 of the nation's best poets will face off in a lyrical showdown for a chance to become the 2023 Grand Slam champion and take home the cash prize of $50,000 courtesy First Citizens. Sunday, 2nd July at 8 p.m. right here on TTT. Be sure to tune in for the broadcast. The First Citizens National Poetry Slam, powered by NGC Bogus Litfest, TTT, and sponsored by First Citizens. We put you first.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, We Kind of Jazz is happening at Cafe Blue And all of July, you have the opportunity to be a part of it. And this morning, we're actually going to give you some tickets to be a part of it as well. It's going to feature some of the best in the business, and we're going to get a little taste of some of it this morning as well. Let me welcome to the show Miss Charmaine Ford, no stranger. And of course, well, they told you live in here, so they might as well just say, or they could have welcome back this segment one time. I don't understand what we do. They might as well just say, oh, they welcome this segment. Charmaine Ford and Dane Gulson join us on set. This morning, we're chatting about Thursday night jazz.
Yes.
Tell me why you decided you're gonna be bold-faced and do every Thursday in the month of July as jazz.
Because I always wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a series. We need to keep jazz alive all year long.
Not just for a season.
And you know that's what I do. Not just for a season.
Boy. Yeah. All right. So it's happening every Thursday in the entire month of July.
Entire month of July. July only. So it's Thursday 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th at Cafe Blues. 7 p.m.
7 p.m. sharp. All right. Tell me some of the people who will be featuring, because I imagine you have different acts every week.
Oh my gosh. Listen, I have to go to my thing to Dane Gulson.
But I was about to say, don't want to go far. One day.
Dane Gulson, Christon Joseph, Marvin Newton, Brenda Butler. Yeah, thank you. Dane Gulson, Christon Joseph, Kevon Carter, Kashif Wilson, Marvin Newton, Darion Dennis, Mr. Strings. Listen, that violin just... Brenda Butler, Jarrell Samuel, featuring the Badge CT, and the CT is Clifford Charles and Tony Paul with the band Jazz. And more.
The Jazz CT? That's the name of the band?
Jazz CT is the name of the
and that's the backing man for the entire series?
For the entire series.
Now, all these artists you call here, they have way more than 4 artists. You only have four Thursdays. What are we doing? 2 persons, 2 guests per show. Who you teaming up? With me. You performing at every show?
Every Thursday, I'm performing.
Look, trouble. So, all right, talk to me.
Don't you see the ad? It's the international singing sensation, Charmaine Ford. I love you, Doc. I love you. It's always fun when we come here, don't they? Listen.
Dane, who is
I dressed up for you, too.
Who is she teaming you up with in the series? She tell you as a surprise.
Yeah, she haven't said,
on his show, which is the 20th, Kevon Carter.
Okay.
Nice like a pie.
No, not Kevon Carter. Kashif Wilson, guitarist.
Okay. I know, saying you can't put the 2 red men together because then we're going to end up in problems. That show
Kashif Wilson, coming from Tobago.
Yeah, man.
And then Kevon Carter and Christon Joseph on the...
All right, good. That's a nice match.
Right. And then we have Marvin Newton and Brenda Butler.
Okay, Lady Power that night.
Right. And then Jarrell Samuel and Mr. Strings.
Okay.
So it's 2 guests and myself.
All right. So is it that we just be getting you singing along with these musicians, or is it partnerships, duets, solos, everything in the mix?
I'm hoping to do a duet with each person.
Right.
Each artist. But they're just coming to do their thing.
All right, guys, I want you to give us a call, 622-4010. We have tickets to give away for We Kinda Jazz, Thursday night jazz sessions. You want to be a part of it. Shogonas is on the line, I believe. Good morning, Shogonas.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Good.
All right, Charmaine, I have a question for you.
The question is, what time does the show start?
Oh, boy.
Easy question.
Oh, maybe around 7?
Around 7? Okay, all right, we'll give you that.
Well, it's not around 7, but it's 7 sharp. So you're still correct anyway. Congratulations, Shogonas. Hold the line first. We're going to take your information off here, and I have the tickets here. I can't pass them through the screen, but I have them here, so you can collect them at 11 Marva Road. They'll take your information off air so that we can, make sure we give it to the right person. We have one more to give away. That was one for you in Shogonas. We have one more to give away. Give us a call, 622-4010, and Charmaine will ask you one more easy question, please.
Give me the name of an artist.
No, ask the question yet. Let them call first.
Oh.
They will go and Google it.
Ready.
No, Shogonas, go on waiting for our next caller. Charmaine, I find you rushing the brush this one. No. How much do these tickets cost?
I want to get everything in. The tickets are $250
per night.
Per night.
You have a season pass?
And the season pass is $550.
You lie.
Half price to come in for the whole month. You just buy that one ticket.
That is what we're talking about. So I might as well get in on the season pass.
Yes.
$550, is it?
$550 for the season pass.
All right. Well, you have somebody from Santa Cruz who's interested in attending. Santa Cruz, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning?
I good.
I hear you want to spend your Tuesdays in Cafe Blue.
Say that again?
I heard that you want to spend your Tuesday nights in Cafe Blue.
Yeah, I could take on that. You know how long I want to go to Charmaine Ford show?
Oh, gosh, well, look, trouble. Charmaine, go
She got the ticket already.
Well, look at how a little butter has gone a long way. Cheese and ages.
You have the ticket.
Congratulations,
Listen,
Santa Cruz.
Bring 6 people with you and let them pay by the door. Come on.
That could be our plan.
I give you one, you bring 6. Come on,
the
girl.
Plan. All right, so Santa Cruz, hold the line first, and we'll take your information so you can get that ticket. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as my daughter does say.
So, Weekend of Jazz presents Thursday Night Jazz all month long at Cafe Blue. 7 p.m. sharp, $250 tickets, and $550 for the season pass.
We have a whole heap of artists passing through that you don't want to miss. Where can they go to get more information and updates?
477-2262. 3840333. Like George Gonzalez says, don't call that number and ask Charmaine for no dates.
Actually, for the date you want to buy a ticket for?
Of course.
That is the best thing to do.
I said, George, let them call, eh? You never know.
I don't understand what he's going on with. Blocking your blessings. Dane, you looking forward to anything special and anything you're going to do different for this one?
Just be Dane, man.
Just be Dane.
Always different.
What else you could be, boy?
Dane
only Dane you could be.
Surprises. But I should say, though, it's a pleasure and an honor, though, sharing the stage with these artists, especially, local artists. And one of the other things, too, I want to take this opportunity to thank the people of Trinidad and Tobago for supporting, as they're saying, Charmaine, myself, and, the artists who will be on that particular show. Because really and truly, we've been doing a lot since after COVID, and people have been coming out to the shows. And, jazz is the expression of yourself.
Of course.
And it's always nice to present yourself to the public.
And to be authentic about it as well.
Yeah, don't give that vibe all the time. So
well, you know what? I can't have you here and not ask for a little something.
You singing?
Who's singing? You trying to make the rain come today too? I don't understand what's going on here. We have good Charmaine for you. You want me say? You wicked to people out there in these streets. Ladies and gentlemen, we getting ready for Weekend of Jazz. They're going to present to you Thursday Night Jazz every Thursday night for the month of July at Cafe Blue. Tickets are only $250 if you want the season pass to go every week, which I strongly suggest. $550 for the season pass, and you get to go all 4 Thursdays. And I'm going to just, hand over to Dane Gulson to close the show this morning. And I want to remind each and every one of you to go out there and make a difference today now, because together we aspire. And if together we perspire, then together we most definitely can achieve. On behalf of Natasha Lake, Kimberly D'Souza, and the entire team here at TTT, I'm Ruckus, wishing you a fantastic weekend. Please be safe, make good choices, whatever you're doing this weekend. I think actually Penelope Spencer and Cecilia Salas are taking theater to you this weekend, so you can go check out their social media and get more information about it. But to get to the top of the hour, we get you ready for Thursday Night Jazz. Oh, God. Dane, it's not 2, it's 3. It's the 3 of we. We gonna make it. Let me go.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, I want to spend some time with you, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try, just the 2 of us, you and I. Just the 2 of us. Baby, building castles, just the 2 of us. You and I. Come on, Dave.
TDT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
The countdown is on for the first Citizens National Poetry Slam final. 15 of the nation's best poets will face off in a lyrical showdown for a chance to become the 2023 Grand Slam champion and take home the cash prize of $50,000 courtesy First Citizens. Sunday, 2nd July at 8 p.m. right here on TTT. Be sure to tune in for the broadcast. The First Citizens National Poetry Slam, powered by NGC Bocas Fest, TTT, and sponsored by First Citizens. We put you first.
It's finally here, the most anticipated time of the year. Sweet 100's Christmas in July. Stay tuned to social media at Sweet 100.1, Sweet 100 for more details. Football is back. The TT Premier League. Thrill of pro football to venues throughout the country and on your screen. 12 teams, one title, and TTT Sports has every angle. First team, TTT's got Wayne Cunningham, Jovan Ravello, and expert analysts break action every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. on First Team. Catch the highlights, hear the views from the top tier. First Team, 8:30 p.m. Tuesdays on the of the TT Premier Football League, TTT.
TTT News, delivering more news more often to more people. Follow us on social media at TTT Live Online. Log on to www.ttt.live.
Good morning. Welcome to TTT News. I am Roxanne Suraj making the news at this time. Minister of Education and MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nian Gatsby Dolly, addressed the idea at PNM's political rally that this nation is young. She noted, however, that we are growing and developing. Some of our growing to second change not only in local government but also in the education sector. The issue at a Mocha school where some boys were not allowed the stage to receive their graduation certificates, reminding the audience of the effect of the pandemic.
And just a lot of the young men, my own son grew out his hair, 2 years of no barber. So you know what happened when he went back to school? He wanted to keep his hair, and guess what? The school he was going to wasn't having it. And I asked him to make his own choice. And I chose not to raise that issue at that time. Why? Because we had other things on the plate.
She said this was an issue in 2022, which was sidelined as bigger problems were at the